What's going on, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and it's day 2 of me switching up the set behind me. I'm back to the bookcase. I wanted to take a few days off. What, can you blame me? I mean, seeing the logo, super cool, but it gets kind of boring every now and again, so we like to mix it up for you. I like to mix it up myself. Somebody in the YouTube comments said I tilt my head when I do my intro videos, so I'm going to start talking like this in the intro videos, kind of like that guy from Law & Order when he's interrogating suspects, Vincent D'Onofrio. I'm gonna talk like this. No, I'm just kidding. But if you're looking for a device, this is really a terrible segue, but if you're looking for a device with not one, but 2 screens, well, Sprint's got your back. Kyocera Echo, coming April 17th for $199.99. It has a 1 GHz Snapdragon processor. It's pretty well equipped. 2 3.5-inch displays, rear-facing camera. It's been a long day. Rear-facing camera, and then those 2 displays, which you can use in tablet form or in phone form. Do you see how I did that there? I did it with one hand. Or you can use it like this and use it like a normal phone. Now, is this the device for you? Should you go with something else? Should you go with one of the 4G devices? Because this is 3G only. Well, we're going to try to find that out in what's both the unboxing and kind of a first impressions as well, since I had to pull it out of the box to charge it. So here we go. Kyocera Echo. First impressions and unboxing starts right now. So I can't figure out why they shipped it in so many boxes. I think this is kind of a media review box, whereas this is what you're going to get. In fact, I'm sure this is what you're going to get when you buy it in the retail store. It's going to look, the typical Sprint box. But this is, hey, this is pretty, and it came in a nice little media box. So we'll see Echo by Kyocera at the top. Get a thumb drive, I'm assuming, with press information on it. And then here is the device itself. We'll wait for that on the side. We'll pull this off, and you can see, apparently this is where the box was supposed to go, but somebody didn't cut the foam the right way, so it's not fitting down in there, which I'm assuming is why I didn't get it down in the box like that. So you can see here it is, Kyocera Echo all across the sides, and up here this box includes Kyocera Echo, 2 standard lithium-ion batteries, external battery charger, AC phone charger, USB cable, micro SD memory card, get started guide, and more. So I actually had to pull out the charger, so you're not going to see it, which I know people are like, is this even an unboxing? Well, I figured you'd like the first impressions more, and you'd like to see what the device looks like powered on since the battery was dead. So I pulled that out. Micro USB charging port is right here, or micro USB cable is right there. AC adapter module was right there. Here's our battery charger, our external battery charger, and you can see over here, power. Let me get it in the focus here so you can see it. USB, power, DC in, and then here it is, Kyocera charge, and you put the battery right down there. So it's nice to have that, a nice little feature. And considering it's $200, comes with quite a few goodies. And then you get this micro SD adapter, so you can put it in your computer, and you can take the micro SD card, put it in your computer, and transfer pictures, music, and more. Quite a few instruction manuals here. Get started. All you need to know to get going. Vamos. Todo lo que tienes que saber para empezar. Basics guide, Kyocera Echo, important Sprint information. I'm gonna go back and do that again because I'm pretty good with Spanish. Todo lo que tienes que saber para empezar. There we go. That's better. Feel better about it now. And a recycling bag as well, so you can recycle your old phone. So all that comes in the box. And we'll close that. And you can see over here on the side, it just says dual touchscreen displays. Simultask mode, web, email, and Google, and more. So blah, 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 blah. You know what comes in the box. We're going to get into the device and see what it can do. So here's the device itself, and you can see with it closed, it's a pretty thick device. You have your 3.5mm headphone jack over there on the left, along with your micro SD card slot. Let's see how big the micro SD card is. Ooh, that's small print. 8 gigabytes micro SD card. So you get that. And to the people that like to ask, it is a Class 2 micro SD card. And power button here, volume rocker there, micro USB charging port, and both of these have flaps to keep those protected, which is nice. On the right side, nothing but the hinge, and then on the back, your camera. So you get the external camera, 5 megapixel camera with HD video capture. So it's a pretty decent camera. We'll do an HD video capture test on this device as well very soon. So here's what it looks like open. 2 3.5-inch displays, which you can use it kind of in tablet mode. You can use it in, or landscape rather. You can use it in portrait. And then what a lot of people are doing, landscape kind of equals a tablet. So they consider it kind of like a mini tablet, and then it becomes a phone. And if you're anything like me, and you can hold it this way as well, and that's what it looks like. So if you're anything like me, The hinge sound is incredibly addicting, and so since I got this device late yesterday, all I've been doing is this all day long. So Sprint PR people, if you're watching this, I'm sorry in advance for destroying your Kyocera Echo review unit. Anyway, here's what the hinge looks like, and you can see it's kind of bent like that when it's on a desk or something because it's angled into a way which you can see it. So you have this, let's see, unlock there, and there's an easy way. I figured out an easy way to close it. You put your fingers right there, flip up, and then move the display at the same time. So it becomes this easy two-finger thing. So you have your Sprint logo here, three capacitive buttons at the bottom, home, menu, back, and then it's pretty cool to see the different functions of the second display. For example, let's go into messaging, take a look, and I was playing around with the keyboard. Let's delete all that. So here's the Android keyboard, and it comes with both swipe and with Android, and it's actually a kind of a modified version. And you'll see that a lot throughout this device. There are little modifications to everything, and that's because of the second display. So you can see the keyboard doesn't look identical to an Android keyboard, but they're calling it the Android keyboard. So the quick brown fox is my buddy. You're thinking, okay, it's 3.5 inches, maybe hard to type on. Well, bam, plick, plick, plow. You have a 3.5 inch keyboard where you can type, a gigantic keyboard. Hey there, how are you? So you can use it that way as well. So a lot of functionality with the two displays. And then let's say you're in contacts, you want to switch it up a little bit. I think it's simultask. So we can simultask applications here, and these are some of the compatible ones. So we'll go to browser down here, and I can load up the browser while I'm looking at contacts up here. So it's one of those things like I want to like it, but it's a cool feature. I just don't see the functionality to it because I don't know about you, but I'm not that good when it comes to multitasking. And this, trying to look at two things, like I'm going to want to look at the browser at the same time I'm looking at contacts. I'm just constantly shifting down and up and down and up. But maybe different for you. I think with games, there's a lot of potential here. With Angry Birds, with things like that, there's a lot of potential in having the two displays. For day-to-day tasks, not necessarily. So what I can do, I clicked both of the displays at the same time. I can swap those. Now one's on the bottom, one's on the top. Let's bring them back. Very easy to do. So the concept is actually pretty cool, but actually then we'll hold it up like that. The concept's pretty cool, but will it, consumers pick it up and will consumers adopt it? That remains to be seen. You can see two of the same capacitive set of buttons here, along with the notifications light on this top screen, but depending on which display is the primary display. Now when you go down here, they stay that way, but you'll notice when it closes, it goes back to those. So it depends on what you're doing with, which displays you're on, how many you're using, etc. Then you can scroll over. It has the typical Android 2.2 setup. Now program-wise, you get a couple of unique programs, battery use, browser, and there are these little icons you can maybe able to see just below. Get it out of the light there so you can see. Just below browser, I think that's yeah, it is. In fact, I'm sure it's the applications that can be used simultaneously on both displays, so out of the box which ones can be used. So you have the battery use, you have typical Android stuff, you have stuff like Get Namco Games. Let's go back here, sorry. Get Namco Games, HD Games, Jive Social Messenger, and then you have the Sprint stuff, Sprint Radio, Sprint TV, Sprint Zone, Sprint Football, and more. So then you have, because it is running Android 2.2, you have Google News and Weather. Now this has a 1370 milliamp battery, so it'll be interesting to see how well it performs in the battery department, but rest assured, we will certainly test it. Much more coverage to come on the Kyocera Echo on PhoneDog.com. Be sure to like us on Facebook, Facebook.com/PhoneDog, because we're giving away a lot of cool stuff in our Colossal iPad 2 and smartphone sweepstakes. Ooh, I almost dropped it. And be sure to follow me on Twitter as well, PhoneDog_Aaron. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.